Yeah, that's the area. So I only had to take 1, 2, 3 trees out. The ground isn't level, and because of that it makes things difficult. I could level the ground quite easily, but that disturb all the root structures of all these other trees around here, so I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use different sized tyres and different stacks of tyres up on top of each other, stuffed with clay and rock, to try and get something that's close to being level. It won't be level because the wood that I've got isn't straight, it's roundwood, and they can be laying lengthways and they taper, so straightness isn't of too much of an issue here. So all I really did was I tied a bit of rope to a fork in the middle, did a circle round with these little stakes all the way around to mark the external diameter. So the overall dimensions of the whole thing is going to be just under 6 meters across. So here's how the rough platform's getting on. I'm just messing around with the tyres, just fiddling with them because they're different sizes, trying to get it level, stacking them up, just trying to get as level as I can, packing them still, just filling them with clay, packing them with the sledgehammer. So there's some of the logs just laid out with some sticks there just to try and visualise size. I know it's all wobbly, that'll all get sorted out once I've done all the foundations. Alright, first joint of the day is just a simple half lap, just literally just throwing this thing together fast. Just gonna bosh some screws through it. Mostly debark the logs, got a few more to do. Alright, so that's kind of the layout done, where those posts are, or where those bits of roundwood are, sorry. They're going to be where the posts are. There'll be pieces between those posts and cordwood infills in between them. And then there'll be like a second layer of flooring with insulation and stuff in it. So that's kind of what it's going to look like from inside. We'll sort of get a picture of it. Alright, good news, got the first post up. Just thought it was some pallet wood just to hold it. I've just rough cut my first half lap up there. It still needs sorting out. I've got to chisel it, get it nice and straight. What I've done is I've just ratchet strapped it all down to hold it tight while I do it and keep it in the same place. But there it is. It's not perfect, but it's strong enough and good enough. Pretty happy with it. Try and do another 2 tomorrow. I'll start coming around that side, so I'll be halfway then if I get 2 tomorrow done. Alright everyone, so just done another 2 posts and just updating you really, because like I say, there's not much point in filming it. The joints are the same all the way around and just repeating the process. So I've just done those 2 over there. Alright, got the porch bit done. So I've just got to put a piece across the front, which I forgot to get. I got a piece, but it wasn't long enough because I neglected to remember the size of the joints. So I'm going to use this piece of alder here. I think that'll be alright. Be a bit bendy and a bit harder to fit, but be fine. But yeah, it looks quite good. There it is. I think it looks pretty cool. It looks quite big, really. It's quite tall, just quite big. Looks quite powerful, almost. It's got like a strong look to it, which is ironic because it's actually quite wobbly, but yeah, it won't be eventually. I've done a couple of little bridges just to get in and out. I've got some old sleepers. These are the reclaimed hardwood ones. Got 2 there to get in, and then 3 here just to get across these streams. That's like just the flood stream. Yeah, it's all coming together slowly. It's a lot of work though, but I'm getting there. So, alright, there's the first wind brace done. It's not the best, but I'll get better at them. Yeah, it looks quite cool. There it is. That's in preparation for doing the roof. I had to hoist it up of a tree up there. So yeah, that's the tripod that I'll be working off of, like a scaffold. Yeah, so that's the progress. A friend of mine's coming to help do the roof, so that's what we're going to be doing. Next is the roof. Right, day 2 on the roof, doing the cladding. We're getting on alright. What I'm doing is, I'll just show you what I'm doing. I'm just putting 2 screws in along here, leaving them overhanging. Now I'm just running the nose of the chainsaw along to trim them off, just like down there, like that. Right, half done, halfway point. I've almost run out of wood. I haven't got enough strong ones for around the outside, so I'm gonna have to go and get some more slab wood off my mate. But yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely. Right, finally finished. It was a lot of work. 4 days I think it took, 4 fairly long days with 2 people to get it all done. So that's the inside. Looks, you can see the light through a lot of the gaps at the moment, but you won't see that afterwards. So it's a, sort of a little bit waterproof now, which is nice. Not waterproof, but a little bit of shelter at least in the middle. And it's taken on a very mean looking shape to it. Definite progress, so I'm happy. We've been cutting some turf for the roof and putting on insulation up there. Alright, up on the roof doing insulation. Ben nice and safe on his ratchet strap harness.
Yeah. Wet position in here.
It's getting done. I say I wanted to use straw, but yeah. Alright, we've got the plastic on. I've got some turfs on there as well, and there's the front like that, coming together. It's waterproof now. It's the end of the day, knackered, dizzy, hungry, so just got to make sure it's not going to blow off in the night. I think it's going to be alright, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's waterproof at least, so I'm happy. So it's coming along. It's just really bad weather. We're slobbing around in sticky clay mud at the moment. New day. It's not raining today. Sun's out for once, which is very nice. It's been literally raining every day. It's been pretty bad. You have a look down here. This is what we're swimming in. It's pretty rancid. Well, back in Wales and trying to do some work. It's freezing and my car's stuck. I was reversing the trailer filled with stone, and I went up there, was watching the trailer as I come back, and went slightly offline, tried to readjust and just started sliding, and I slid all the way down and along and back to my final resting place over there, completely and utterly stuck. So I've been digging out this gravel from up on by the track. It's a little bit of clay in there, but it's pretty much all gravel, and I'm filling up these polypropylene sacks with the gravel, and that's what our walls are going to sit on. The gravel's going to stop the moisture coming up through, Probably put another bit of a membrane around there as well. So everyone, this is the plan for the stem wall for the cordwood walls. It's a gravel bag foundation which is taking up most of the space around, and then dry stone on top of that, and then I'll probably dig a ditch around the side and fill that with some kind of gravel for drainage. Just cover it up. So just mixing up some cob. First time ever, I don't know if they're doing it right or not, but that's what I've seen people doing. Seems to be starting to. Yeah, it takes quite a while. It takes a lot of mixing to get it mixed in, because our clay's a bit lumpy, so, and it makes your feet sore as well. So I might have to come up with a better method than this, because this is going to take forever. Okay, so it's my first go ever using cob. I think I made it a bit too wet because it's slumping a little bit, but that's my little test area. We've got to go back now, so I'm going to leave that to dry and then see what it's like when I come back. Check that it's nice and strong and it's working properly before I spend too much time going all the way around with the mix that I'm using. So I'm going to leave that to dry for probably about a week before we come back, and then yeah, check that it's all working right, and then we'll carry on around. Okay, now I've got the mix of the cob worked out. It's actually really nice to work with. It's much nicer to work with than lime or cement or anything. It's very sticky. It doesn't slump really like those two. Really nice to work with. So starting to get a bit of height to the wall, which is great. Maybe one more row and I have to start doing window frames. Finally got around to doing some filming. I always forget to get the camera out, get carried away. So finish this stone walling on the front and around the sides. Just if you come around here. So around the sides, around there. We haven't plastered the bags yet. I've run out of lime. We started doing the walls. I've fitted the door frame so I can build the walls around it. Started doing the walls, laying them on top with the foundation. So there they are, you can see coming in. So we got a little bit of cement off Free Cycle. I've got a couple of bags of cement, so we're going to use that around the bottom to try and tie it into the dry stone really nicely. Seeing as it was going to go to waste anyway, it's free, so we're going to use that for that. And if we run out, we're going to use lime for the first layer, just to tie it into the foundation nicely. And then on top of that, we're going to use the cob mix. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever done this, and it seems to be working alright, as you can see. So it's just a mortar bed with a gap in between for sawdust, as you can see. So it needs a lot of wood, as you can see the beams in. So I've got a load of logs that are going to go from here over to here, and they're going to go through the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily fix some bits of wood on these posts and on the back here, run the logs across, and then when the wall's up there I'll incorporate them into the wall and then take those supports out. So just mixed up another batch of cob. You can see I've got the mix sort of perfected now, and it's really nice. It's just not too sandy, not too much clay. I'm doing 2-to-1. I started at 3-to-1, but it's too sandy, so I've gone for 2-to-1. This is with pure clay. People say with pure clay it should be 3-to-1, but that's not my experience. It was just too sandy, so I've gone 2-to-1, and it's working well.